This is section 3.7 part 2, where we are going to now evaluate the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. So we did 2 by 2 previously. Alright, so we're still evaluating determinants, so we're going to end up with one number. Alright, let's see what it is. 3 by 3 matrices. Doing this by hand is a little bit more involved than a 2 by 2. So, first step is the same. Alright, we're going to want to rewrite the matrix. 3, 0, 1, negative 3, 4, 2, negative 2, 1, negative 2. And it kind of looks like large absolute value bars, just as we did before. Now, the next step is you're going to want to continue to rewrite the first two columns outside. So the first column is 3, negative 2. And the next column is 0, 4, 1. And this will help us because we're multiplying diagonals, and we're always going to be multiplying three numbers together. Not 2, but 3, because it's a 3 by 3 matrix. So, you're going to start by opening your brackets and parentheses, and you're going to multiply the first three numbers together. Upper left-hand corner, and you're going to go down to the lower right-hand corner. So we want to find the product of all three of these numbers. So it's 3 times 4 times negative 1. We're going to add that to the product of the next three numbers, which is 0, 2, and negative 2, working with our diagonals. So 0 times 2 times negative 2. And we're going to add that to the product of the last diagonal, which is 1 times negative 3 times 1. Close your brackets. Now you're going to subtract that from your next set of brackets, which are your diagonals, going not from upper left to lower right, but lower left to upper right. So we'll do this in blue, and we're going to look at these three numbers. Alright, so we've got to find the product of negative 2 times 4 times 1. We're going to add that to the product of the next diagonal, 1 times 2 times 3. And you're going to add that to the product of the last diagonal, which is negative 1 times 3 times 0. Negative 1 times, it's negative 3 times 0. So, order of operations here. We need to work within both brackets, which act like parentheses, and we have to simplify both of those before we subtract. So the subtraction will be the last operation we do. So let's work with the first bracket here. Alright, so this is all one problem. So I'll put a bullet point, so we're starting the simplification process. 3 times 4 is 12, times negative 1 is negative 12. We're going to add that to 0 times 2, which is 0, times negative 2, which is still 0. Add that to 1 times negative 3, which is negative 3, times 1, which is still negative 3. Close our brackets, subtract, open brackets, the next. So we got negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, times 1 is negative 8. Add that to 1 times 2, which is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. And add that to negative 1 times negative 3, which is 3, times 0, which is 0. So we need to simplify each set of parentheses still. So negative 12 plus 0 is negative 12, plus negative 3 is negative 15, minus negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2, plus 0 is still negative 2. So negative 15 minus negative 2 is like 15. Negative 15 plus 2, which gives us a determinant of negative 13. And that is the determinant of our 3 by 3 matrix.